So this week's peer assignment is pretty challenging, and I thought maybe it would be helpful to give a little bit of assistance on how to get from the example that we did in class to the example that you asked to solve. So I'm going to give you a little hint built on my Abe and Sarah example. And let's suppose that we're given the same information and we're asked to draw a consumption possibility frontier, or a CPF, where the trade ratio is somewhere between the two opportunity cost. And we know that the opportunity cost was 1/4 and 1/2. So let's choose a trade ratio of 1 to 3. Okay, so 1 unit of home goods to 3 units of market goods. Well, if this is the international trade ratio and Abe and Sarah jointly trade with the rest of the world, we need to draw a consumption possibility frontier that will have the following characteristics. First of all, it has to be a straight line, right? So it has to be a line, a straight line, because the price ratio is constant. The second characteristic that we need to have, it must be never inside or not inside the production possibility frontier, because trade can never make you worse off than you are now. And the third thing that we must have is that it must touch the production possibility frontier in at least one point. So it either must touch the production possibility frontier or be part of the production possibility frontier in at least one region. Otherwise, you'd be able to consume more of both goods, so you really would be getting something for nothing. Okay. So here we have a consumption possibility frontier of a ratio of 1 to 3. So that means it's going to have a slope of 1/3 in our graph. And the question is, where should we draw this line? So for example, if we try to draw the line so it starts at 84, we would see that that really wouldn't work, right? Because if we drew this line starting from 84, we would get a line that's inside our production possibility frontier, and that would violate this part too, that it can't be inside the PPF. So we better not do that, and we'll go ahead and erase that. But what we're trying to do is draw a line that has a slope of 1/3 and push it out as much as we can. And my claim is that we'll end up with a line that goes like this. In other words, what we will have is we'll have a consumption possibility frontier that's a straight line that has an intersection with the home goods up here, and it has an intersection with the market good axis over here. Let's try and figure out what these intersections are. So this point here is a point where they are consuming only home goods. In other words, they've taken their 96 units of market goods and they've sold them to the rest of the world. They've sold them to the rest of the world, and for each 3 units of market goods, they get 1 unit of home goods. In other words, they take these 96 units and they sell them, and they get 96 divided by 3, which is equal to 32 units of home goods. Okay, now remember, they are producing here, so they already have 60 units of home goods. 60 plus 32 gets us to 92. Okay, so again, how did we find this point? We took the 96 units of full specialization of market goods, we sell them, and instead we purchase home goods, and we end up with this number of 92. Similarly, let's find this axis here. Again, the two, Abe and Sarah, they fully specialize at this point here. They're producing 60 units of home goods. They can go ahead and they can take these 60 units of home goods and they can sell them. And remember, they get 3 units of market goods for each unit of home goods. So 3 times 60 is equal to 180. They already have the 96 units that they produced themselves. So 96 plus 180, and we get 200, and I believe it's 76. Okay, and now we have a consumption possibility frontier.